Hi, beautiful people. If you have certain gates in your design, you could be there could be an emotional wave happening for you right now that's kind of causing, right, oscillations of emotions. Like if you have gate 35 coming out of your throat center, or if you have gate 19 coming out of your root center, you have emotional waves right now, and those will be going on. I think I did a whole TikTok about this. The wave, the 35-36 wave that will be transiting if you have gate 35 is going to be going on for the next 2 years. So really important to just, slow down your decision-making process. This doesn't change your authority or strategy, but it does kind of bring in this energy of like those emotional waves, right? And kind of fogs things a little bit. So it's really important right now, especially to just be making sure that you're not like being overly, what's that word? Like impulsive about doing things. And this is a huge lesson for me right now. Like at the beginning of the year, I was like, I'm going to launch my courses. I'm going to launch the Astrology Human Design School. And now I'm like kind of reframing it, making it more of like an official certification thing. Like it's like, so I'm also, this is showing up for me a lot in my life too, of like some things I maybe acted on too quickly. Then I'm like, oh, okay, if I had just slowed down and checked in a little bit more, then I wouldn't have to make these changes. But then again, it's okay. It's still okay to change your mind no matter what. Like things, evolve and shift and change all the time. So it's not wrong to change your mind. It just requires a little bit more of like slowing down, being aware too of like what transits are happening for you, how they're impacting you, especially if you have gate 19 or you have gate 35 in your design and you're not used to, like you don't have that full channel in your natal design, I'll say, then this energy is going to kind of come as like a shock or feel really uncomfortable for you, feel really unfamiliar. I can speak to this personally because I have gate 19 in my undefined root center. My only two centers that are undefined are my root and my solar plexus. And whenever something transits to gate 49, which we have Saturn there right now in retrograde, it creates an emotional wave for me because I have gate 19. That is normally just a dormant gate, but now it's being activated by Saturn, causing emotional waves, which really have, like, since that transit began about 2 weeks ago, really rocked the boat for me. It's really sent me in this whole loop of like emotional waves, right? They're uncomfortable, they're unfamiliar. I'm not used to having emotional waves. So when these transits happen, they really can shake me up sometimes, but that's how it can be really helpful to know that this is happening for you. Know also that it's transitory, right? It's a transit. It's not going to last forever. And what it looks like so that you can navigate through it and know, oh, this isn't me. This is just a transit right now. This is just the energy that I'm being fed through the neutrino stream. It's not me. It's just, again, kind of like where you're open and how you can tell, oh, where you're open, that's what you're subject to conditioning, that not self, right? You can kind of see that with the transits too, of like, I'm going to be feeling this energy. I need to just be aware of it, observe it, and know that it's not me. And, act accordingly. Check back in with my strategy and authority, make the adjustments as I need, maybe slow down a little bit more, right? Especially if you have an emotional wave transiting your chart right now. These are super crucial things to just be aware of so that you can navigate through these times with the utmost ease and grace and not be taken under, right? And not drowned from them or during them. I'm really, 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 really stoked for this class that I'm doing on the 2nd of August to teach you all how to work with the human design transits. This has been like my most requested thing to talk about, I think, is the transits in human design, because everyone knows about the transits in astrology, right? Ever since the Great Conjunction that we had, people have been more and more and more into astrology and more aware of the transits, the moon cycles, but each transit is deeply unique depending on where it is in human design, like what gate it's in and how that gate that it's in is affecting your chart on an individual level. It's so